International Airport reopened early this morning after emergency repairs to fix a huge pothole on the runway. It began as a 2-inch crack Monday morning, but airport crews hoped it could be sealed that night. By mid-afternoon, it grew and became a safety hazard. The state closed the airport just after 4 p.m. yesterday, and a contractor with special equipment flew in from Hilo. They precisely cut the area to be patched and were finished by 4:30 this morning.
We found layers of water that infiltrated into the pavement that helped cause that shearing that occurred in that area.
We have inherited over the years some significant projects that have to be upgraded, without a doubt. This is one of them.
The Kona runway is due for a $120 million rehabilitation project this summer, and there's a similar plan for Kauai.
Some passengers were left stranded at Hawaii's airports last night after the runway closure canceled dozens of flights to and from Kona. Our Eddie Dowd joins us live from Honolulu's airport with more. Eddie.
We've been talking to stranded passengers ever since that airport shut down just after 4 p.m. on Monday. We have some good news to report, though. Everyone we've talked to as of yesterday, they report to us today that they have either made their way to their final destination or are on the way and have been able to rebook their flights. Long lines at Kona's only commercial airport on Tuesday as stranded passengers started boarding planes again following the cancellation of all flights to and from the airport Monday afternoon after cracks were found on the runway. Oahu resident Kelly Smullen was stranded in Kona overnight and was finally able to catch a flight back to Honolulu around 1 p.m. Tuesday. Over at Honolulu's Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, passengers who were supposed to fly to Kona on Monday got some good news.
Still up in the air.
This passenger we interviewed Monday night telling us he was able to get to Kona Tuesday morning when the airport reopened. He's praising the fast action of crews and officials.
More than a dozen airplanes got stuck because of an infrastructure flaw, and within a matter of hours by sunrise, they had it figured out. That's pretty impressive.
Others took matters into their own hands, getting a rental car from Kona and driving to Hilo to catch a flight to Oahu.
People couldn't find a hotel. The one guy, he was saying that they wanted $1,200 for one night on that side of the island. So we got lucky when we drove all the way over to Hilo. And when we checked in, she said there was only one more room left.
Now the question is, if any of the additional expenses passengers had to shell out for hotels or rental cars or even different flights will be compensated. Despite the runway condition concerns, state officials blame the emergency repairs on recent heavy rains.
This is a weather event that occurred that caused this. When we started cutting out that AC, we found layers of water that infiltrated into the pavement that helped cause that shearing that occurred in that area. And from our perspective, it's unfortunate that the flights were impacted, unfortunate that people's travel were impacted, and some people incurred additional costs. But this is not unlike any other weather event that potentially blocks out visibility of an airport and doesn't allow an airplane to land. From that perspective, it's very difficult to assign blame for this kind of thing. It happens.
Now, Hawaiian Airlines tells us that it did waive any flight fees that came with passengers rebooking and also offered the option for them to get a credit. We also reached out to the Federal Department of Transportation to see how any potential compensation would work with this, at least according to the state, being a weather event, and we are waiting to hear back. Reporting live at the Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, Eddie Dowd, Hawaii News Now.